Hello guys, it is Shivam here. Welcome to part 3 of event booking app from the scratch with the help of Flutter and Firebase. So on this series, you are going to learn user authentication, event booking, admin panel and many more. So do not forget to hit that like and subscribe button so that you won't miss out on any of the upcoming videos we upload on this channel. Now let's get started. In our last part, I have shown you how to simply connect a Firebase with your event booking app, and we have also make a complete UI for our event booking app. Now in our today's video, I will teach you how to simply connect a Google authentication and how to simply upload the data to the Firestore database. Now if you haven't followed this event booking app series from the scratch, then I will add a complete playlist link in the comment box so you can see that and can follow this complete event booking app series from the scratch. Now let's move with our today's video. So here you can see this is a sign up page, and here you can see a sign in with Google button. Now here let's move to the Firebase first. So before connecting to the Firebase, I am going to tell you one thing, that do not forget to add these two lines over in the void main, in the main.dart file, because these two lines are the most important two lines to simply connect your app with a Firebase. Now if you are adding these two lines over here, but before that let's add some packages from the perf because we need to simply add some of the packages to simply use the Firebase in our app. So to add these packages, you already know that we need to simply move to the perf dev, and here we'll move to the perf dev and we'll search our first package name, which will be simply Firebase core. Now here we'll move to the Firebase core, click on installing. Now copy this package and simply move to the perspec YAML and simply paste it over here. Now you can remove the version from each packages, because I will recommend you that, because if you remove the version, then the Flutter version you are using, the packages will take a version automatically. You don't need to simply face any errors. Yeah. Now our second package will be Firebase Auth. So here you can simply copy this Firebase Auth from Firebase, from the installing, and you need to simply paste it over here and again remove this version. Now the third package will be simply Google sign in, because we are going to add a Google authentication in this project. So we'll copy this package and we'll simply paste it over here, something like this. Now our fourth package will be I think so we need Firebase Cloud Firestore. Cloud Firestore will help us to upload the data to the Firestore database. Firebase Auth, you already know that it simply says you can use a authentication in your Flutter app by using Firebase Auth. Now move to the installing again, and we need to simply copy this package again and we'll simply paste it something over here. Yeah, so here you can see Firebase core, Auth, Google signing, Cloud Firestore. So these are the four main packages. Now we need to also upload the data to the Firebase storage. So you can copy the Firebase storage for now, or I think so when we'll upload the data to the Firebase storage, I will copy that package that time. So let's move with these four packages now, and we need to simply rerun all these packages that we are adding over here. Now let's move with a sign in with Google authentication. So here we'll move to the service folder and we'll simply create a new file which will be auth.dart. Now in the auth.dart package, sorry, not a package, a file, we'll simply write the class name, which will be auth methods, and here we'll write final and we'll write Firebase auth, and here we are going to get a Firebase auth package that we have just added in the perspec.yaml file, and we'll write Firebase auth equals to Firebase auth dot instance, something like this. Now we'll simply get the current user by using the get current user function. So I will write get current user. Now you will think that why I'm writing this get current user function. Now the use of get current user function is that, for an example, if the user have already authenticated in the app, now for a future purpose, if we need to track like if the user have authenticate in the app or not, so get current user will simply give me the result that the user have now authenticate in the app, and now I can simply push the user to the home page. So this is going to be one of the most important function. I will show you how we are going to use and how this is one of the most important function in this app. So here we'll simply get the current user and we'll check that if the user have authenticate in the app or not. So once I have wrote all this thing, now here comes our main function for sign in with Google. But before that, let's move to the Firebase, because we'll move to the authentication section and we need to simply enable Google from here. So move to the authentication and we need to add this provider, which is Google Authentication. Now simply click on enable button, use any default email ID according to your wish. Now click on save button. It will take some time over here, and here it is done. Now here you can see that it simply says that you need to simply copy the SHA1 fingerprint from here, not from here. I will tell you how to get a SHA1 fingerprint, and you need to simply add for the Android device. So this is SHA1 fingerprint is for Android device. Now for the iOS one, I want to simply tell you that once you simply enable a Google authentication, then do one thing. You move to the project overview and here you will move to the iOS device. Now simply download this Google service-info.plist file from here. Again, I know you have already pasted it in the Xcode, but you need to do it again because you have just enabled a Google authentication. So there will be a lots of changes on this .plist file. So you need to do it again. So once you have done, you have downloaded this file, we'll move to the Xcode. So here I'm going to simply open an Xcode. Now here it is. Now we need to simply remove this old one that we have. So we'll simply delete this and we'll simply move to trash. So once we have done this thing, now we need to simply open this file here again and we need to remove the old one, as you know that, and we need to rename it again. So I will rename it to Google service-info.plist and will simply paste it below the info. Now click on finish and here it is. Now here when you will move to this file, you will find a reverse client ID. So this is what I'm talking about. Yeah, now you need to copy this link. You can say a link or a code, and you need to simply move to the runner. Yeah. Now go to the info and in the URL types, you need to simply paste it in the URL scheme. Now you need to do this step to simply enable a Google authentication in your iOS device. So this was for the iOS device. Now I'm going to tell you how to simply create a SHA1 key for your Android device. Now SHA1 key, you will think that what is this key? I didn't hear anything about it before. So SHA1 key is a unique key that have been provided by your system. So I will recommend you to please do not share with anyone. This is the unique key and each device has their own SHA1 key. So this is the unique key provided by the Android users to simply connect it with your Android device. Yeah, so here we'll move to the Stack Overflow website, and here you can see that for the Mac you need to simply write this command in the terminal to get the SHA1 key, and for the Windows you need to simply write this command to simply get your SHA1 key. So this is the two command for the two different operating systems. So you can simply get the SHA1 key by simply running this command in the terminal. So once you get that key, you need to simply move to the Firebase here again, and here you can see the Android here, and you need to simply move down, and here you can see that add fingerprint button. Now click to this button and you need to simply paste that key over here, and it will simply show that this is SHA1 key and add that. So this is how it going to work for an Android device. So I have shown you how to simply use a Google authentication for both Android and iOS. And still you have any doubt, you can simply ping me in the comment box, or you can directly DM me on my Instagram ID. I will try to give you a quick reply and a quick solution. Now let's move with a project. So once you have enabled a authentication from here, from the signing method, you can see that Google authentication has been enabled. Now here move to the auth.dart, and here I need to simply write a function sign in with Google. So this is also an important function. So don't think that get current user is not important function. Signing with Google is also important function, because this function will simply help that the user to simply authenticate with the help of Google. So if you have followed my old series, like I have used Google authentication many times in my old series, and as you know that we have already made 10 to 12 as before on this channel, you can simply follow the complete playlist and can add some more apps to your resume. Or if you want to get a source code, I will simply provide the link in the description box. So now here we need to write that function that I've told you now. So rather than writing a complete code for sign in with Google, I will try to simply copy the code that I have used in my old series and will simply paste it over here, because it will remain as it is what we have used before. Yeah, so this is the code that I'm going to use for sign in with Google. I have tried to copy and paste this because, as I've told you, it remain as it is in all the apps where you are going to use sign in with Google. The main changes you are going to do here while uploading the data to the Firestore database. Now we'll simply move here in the services folder and we'll simply create one more file, which is database.dart. Now in this database.dart, we need to simply write a class database methods, and here I'm going to simply use a function name which is add user detail. Now here I'm going to create a map. Now you will think that what is a map? So map is a combination of key and value pair. So our key is string and a value is dynamic. So the key we are going to show is in the form of the string, and the dynamic will be the, like you can, in the dynamic you can pass anything like an string, integer, or a number or anything. So I will suggest you that if you want to know more about a string, a dynamic character, a map or list, I will simply tell you to follow a Python series. Now you will tell that I am trying to learn a Flutter, but why I'm going to learn a Python series? Now the Python series will simply make a clear concept about different data types like a string, integer, because in the coding world almost all these data types remain same, the usage is almost same. You just need to simply learn like what is string, what is int, and how to use them, because our knowledge will not go at a waste. It will simply help you to make it better. Yeah, so once you have done all this thing, now once you have wrote add user detail function, you need to also pass a string id, which will be the unique id that we are going to upload. Like here you can see that we need to create a collection name users, and in the doc id I'm going to tell you that in the doc id we are going to upload a unique id to the each documents that we are going to upload in the users collection. Don't get confused if you didn't understand this code. I will show you how to simply show that in the Firestore database. So but before that, let's move and we'll create a map here so that I can upload a data. And again I'm going to create a map with a string and dynamic, which is a key value pair, and here I'm going to write a map name which is user info map. Yeah, something like this. Now here in the user info map, first I'm going to show the user name. So we'll write a name. So this name in the double inverted comma will act as a string, and user details dot display name will be what act as a dynamic character. So this is what I'm talking about. Now once we have shown name, we need to show the image. So we'll write user details dot photo URL, and I think so we also need name, image, I think so, yeah, email. We need an email, so we'll write user details dot email, something like this. And third one will be the id. So the id will be the unique id that we are providing to the each users. So we'll write user details dot uid. So once we have wrote all this thing, this is how you can create a map. Now to upload the data, we need to simply call the function that we have wrote in the. So for that we need to simply write async await. So I have wrote async, yeah. Now we need to write await database methods, which is our class name dot add user details, and we are going to pass this exact map name over here and the unique id. So our unique id is user details dot uid. So this is a unique id, yeah. So here it is done. Now, to show the toast message, we need to simply write a scaffold messenger, and we'll simply write dot of context dot, and we'll write show snack bar, and here I'm going to show the snack bar. So I will simply write a snack bar, and in the content I'm going to show the text widget that I simply want to use as an toast message. So I will simply write like registered successfully. So here I am going to write registered. I hope that spelling will be wrong. Yeah, it's correct. Yeah, it's correct. REGISTER, registered successfully. So registered successful, FULLY, fully, yeah. So here it is done, and here you can see the toast message. And if you want, you can simply provide a background color to this toast message. So for an example, it is a successful message, so we can simply use a like a green color. So we'll write background color, and we'll simply write colors dot green over here, something like this. So once it is done, we can simply upload the data to the Firestore database. Now to upload the data to the Firestore database, let's move to the Firebase first. And here you need to simply move to the Firestore database, and here we need to simply enable a Firestore database by simply changing some rules from the rules section. So wait for a few seconds. So here you can see Cloud Firestore. Now click on create database button, click on next. Now click on create. So the Cloud Firestore will take some time to set up the security rules. So wait for a few seconds until it is done. So yeah, it is done. Now simply let's move to the rules section, and we need to simply change our rules from false to true. So here I will simply change the rules from false to true. Now click on publish button and wait for a few seconds. So here you can see that publish can take up to a minute. So wait until a minute, or let's move to the our code. And here we need to simply, like when the user will click to this sign in with Google button, we need to simply call this function. So to handle this case, I need to simply move to the signup.dart page, and here I need to simply wrap up with a gesture detector, and in the onTap method I will simply use like navigator, sorry, not navigator, we need to write auth methods, which is our class name dot, we'll write sign in with Google, something like this. Now let's hot restart the app again. And if you are adding a Firestore and a complete Firebase setup, then make sure that you simply rerun the app again by simply closing all the things like a complete VS Code and this emulator. Then simply run the app in your emulator, because the hot restart won't work over here, and it will simply throw the error. Now once it is done, I will simply tap to this sign in with Google button, and here you can see that now I can simply sign in with my Google account. So here I need to enter my Google account. So let me enter that. So here it is done, and I have simply sign in with Google, and here you can see a registered successfully message, but we didn't navigate to a home page because we didn't add any navigation. But before that, the text you can see in the snack bar, we can increase a font size so that we can see it clearly. So let's move to the auth methods, and here you can simply increase a font size, so you can use a style and a text style. Now the font size you can keep it up to 20.0, and we'll simply pass font weight dot bold, something like this. Now once we have done these things, we need to simply push the user to the home page. So to push the user, we need to simply use a navigator dot push, and we need to use push replacement because we need to replace the sign up screen with an home page. So now we need to simply push the user to a material page root, and here we need to pass a context, and we need to push the user to the bottom name so that we can also show the navigation bar to move to the various pages that we have added in the app. So here it is done. Now let's move to the Firestore database, because here are the details that we have uploaded to the Firestore database. Now let's refresh this page, and here you will see the collection name, which will be the users that we have already added. So here you will see a users collection. This is a doc ID, and here you can see that I have used this email to just now to authenticate with the help of Google, and this is my unique ID, and this is the image that I have uploaded in the Google, and here it simply shows my name. So this is how we can simply upload the data to the Firestore database, and now I can use this information to simply track the users, like how and which event they have booked. Yeah. Now let's move to the home page, but before that, as I've told you, on this app we are going to also add an admin panel so that the admin can simply add a different events on the app. So here let's move to the leaf folder, and we'll simply create a new folder name which will be simply admin. Now inside the admin folder there will be a first page where you can say a first page, because a first page will be simply a login page, or you can say home admin page. But before creating this two page, let's create a page so that they simply upload event for that. So here I will write upload event dot. Now we'll simply use our import, and we'll simply write material dot, and we'll write a stateful widget which will be simply our page name, which will be upload event, something like this. Now once it is done, we need to simply write a scaffold. Now in the scaffold we'll write a body, a container, a child, and a column, and a children, something like this. Now here on this page I can do one thing. We need to simply use a row widget, and here I need to use a text widget. Now in this text widget I will write a main headline of this page, which is upload event. We can pass a style by using a text style. So we'll write text style. Now the color will be simply colors dot black, and a font size we can keep up to 30.0, and font width will be simply bold, something like this. Now once we have wrote this our main headline, so let me show you what all text, or you can say a code, we write on this upload event page. So we'll simply call it from here, and here you can see upload event text. You can't see because it simply hide behind this mobile screen. So we need to simply pass a margin. So we'll pass a margin as in set dot only from the top. Let's keep it up to 40, and here we need to also use show a back arrow icon, so that when the user will tap to that icon, they can simply move back to the our where a home admin page. So we need to simply use a icon, and we'll write icons dot arrow, and here I need to simply use arrow back iOS new outline, something like this, and here you can see a back arrow icon. Now I can simply pass a margin from the left, which will be 20.0. Now simply wrap up with a gesture detector, and we can directly move back to the home page. So for that I need to simply pop out from this page. So we'll write navigator dot pop context, something like this. Now once it is done, we can simply pass a space between this arrow and the text. So we'll use a size box with which will be media query dot of context dot size dot width, and we'll simply use divide by, like let's keep it up to 2.0, something like this. No, 2.0 is too much. Let's keep it up to 4, or let's keep it up to 5. Yeah, 5 is okay, I guess, or 5.5. Yeah, so I'm using a media query. As you know that if you have followed my old series, then a media query is something that make your apps highly responsive. Rather than passing a fixed bit to the size box, I will suggest you to use a media query so that you can test a app on the multiple devices and can make your app highly responsive. So here it is done, and here you can see upload event text. Now in the event, or you can see in the home page of our event type, you can see that for the event we need a pic, or you can see picture of an event. So we can simply allow the user to upload the picture of an event. So we need a container, and here in the container we can simply use a child. Now in the child I will use, not sorry, image, I need to use an icon. So we'll write icon, and we'll write icons dot camera, and we'll write or alt outline. So this is the camera icon. Now we can pass a height and width to this container. Let's keep it up to 90, and we'll pass a width up to 90, something like this. You can't see a container because we need to pass a border to this container. So we'll use a decoration, box decoration border, and we'll simply pass border dot all. Now you can see the container, but let's increase the size of a container up to 150. Yeah, so we can simply use a size box like up to height, let's keep it up to 20.0, and now we can pass a color. So color will be simply colors dot black 45. Now we can pass a width, and we'll write a width with 2.0, and here we need to pass a border radius. So here to pass a border radius, I will simply write a border radius, and here I need to write the border radius circular, and we'll pass a circular up to 20. And here you can see the container, where when I'll tap to this camera icon, I can simply navigate to our gallery of our phone device, and we can simply upload the image. So this is where we can upload the image, but we need to also show our event name. So to show that event name, we need like a text field, so that the user can simply enter a text on the text field. So for that, first I need to create a headline for our this page. So here I will simply copy the text and will paste it here. Now I am thinking that let's change the color for this text. Also the font size is too much for this page accordingly. So yeah, we'll move to the home page, and we need to copy the purple color that I have passed. So this is the color that I'm going to use, and we'll simply paste it something over here. Where? Over here, something like this, and we'll simply paste it over here. Now you can see upload event text. Now we need to show our you can say like enter event name, something like this. Now once we have wrote this, let's decrease our font size first, and we can use a cross to bring the text something over here. So we'll write a cross, and we'll write a cross axis alignment dot start, something like this. And here we need to center this first, where the user can upload the image. So where it is, yeah, here it is. We need to simply wrap up with a center widget. Now we need to use a size box. So we'll use the size box height, and we'll pass up to 20.0. So here you can see enter event name. Now we need to simply show the text field. Now to show the text field, or let's do one thing, rather than bold, we can pass W500, and we can use a different like shade of an black color. I think so it's too low. Let's keep it black only. Yeah, it's okay, I guess. And you can increase up to 22 if it's okay for you. And let's keep it up to 30. Enter event name, or just write an event name. I think so it's okay. Yeah. Now once it is done, we need to use a what a text field. Now to create a text field, I will simply write a container, will pass a padding, edge inset dot, will use dot symmetric, will use a horizontal 20.0, will pass a width media query dot of context dot size dot width to use a width of an screen. Now in the decoration, I will use a box decoration. Now in the color, I'm going to use a customized color code. Customize color code. So we'll write color 0xff and it will be ECF8. So this is the customized color code, and we need to simply pass a border radius. So we'll write border radius dot circular and let pass it up to 10. Now here it is done. We need to simply pass a text field. So we'll write child. We need to use a text field. So we'll write text field, and in the text field I need to simply pass a decoration. So we'll write a decoration, decoration, which will be a box decoration and not a box decoration, it is not a container. So we need to use our input decoration, and here when you see this is a text field. Now we need to also pass a space from the right position. So we'll pass a right 20.0 and let's pass a size box. We'll copy this and we'll simply paste it over here, pass 10. Now here you can see this line, but if you have followed my old series, I'm telling this again and again because I have already made 12 to 13 apps before on this channel, and I think so this is a 14th series on this channel. So there are lots of apps that we have already made on this channel. You can simply follow the link in from the description box or in the comment box, and you can find all the apps playlist and can simply add all the apps in your resume that you are looking for. Now to remove this line, we can simply write border input border dot none, and we'll simply remove this line from here, something like this. Now once it is done, we need to use a hint text so that I can show the text to be entered on this text field. So we'll simply write enter event name, something like this. So here you can see the text and a text field. Now I can simply enter an event name like Honey Sing Show. Let's Honey Sing Concert, like this. So you can simply write a event name over here. So if you don't know Honey Sing, then you can simply search it. He's one of the best singer from India. So you can search it if you don't know who is Honey Sing. Now let's move, and here I need to simply do one thing. Once the event name is done, I want to simply add a event price, like a per ticket price. So to handle that, I need to simply copy this text and the container or text field again, and will simply paste it over here. Now also copy the size box so that I can provide a space, something like this. Yeah, let's keep it up to 30.0, and we'll simply write ticket price over here, something like this, ticket price. Yeah. Now we'll write enter price over here, where the user can, not user, an admin can enter a price. Now once it is done, you know that in the home page we have added a, let's move to the home page, what I'm talking about. Like once we move to the home page, you can see that we have added a different categories, which is a music, clothing, festival, food. So this is a category of an events that we want to show in this app. Now to handle this, we need to simply add a category in the upload event page, because like for an example, if the, let's move to the upload event page first. So we'll navigate to upload event page, something like this. Yeah, now here, as I've told you, that we need to show the category over here, because once the admin upload event, they can simply select a category, like if this is a fashion show event or a music event or anything, then we can simply show that event in our user side of the app. Now to show that event, we need to use like a drop down button. So the drop down button will simply help like to select multiple categories from one by using a list. Yeah, so here I need to simply write a string, and we need to write event category and we'll create a list. Now here, once it is done, I will simply add all the event not in a string, sorry. Here I need to use a list. We'll write final and we'll write a list, and as on the list we are going to upload a string, so we'll create a list of string. And here the first one was like and music, so we'll write music. I think so there was an event for food and a clothing. Just separate the string, otherwise it will show a simple one string there, and clothing. And what was a last one? I don't remind, let me check. Clothing, festival, last one was festival, so we'll simply write a festival over here, festival. So these are the 4 categories that I want to show in the admin panel. But if you want to add some more categories, you can simply add some more categories, strings in this list name event category. Now we need to store a value of this selected string from this list, so I will create a string name value, where we are going to simply store a list of, not a list of, a string from the list event category. Now let's create a drop down button. So now we are going to create a container, exact container with the same color, and here I need to simply write a drop down button that I want to show. So here I will remove the text field and will write drop down button, and in the drop down we need to simply pass an items. Now in the items I need to simply do one thing. What I'm going to do, first I'm going to write a list, so write event dot category dot map, and here I'm going to show the item, so we'll write item, and in the item I want to use a drop down menu item, something like this. Now in the child I'm going to use a text widget, and here I'm going to show the item, something like this. So I'm going to show the item, so I'll write item, and we need to keep an update of an value, so we'll write value item. Now I'm trying to do in the fast process for this drop down button, because I have used many times before. But if you have any questions regarding this, you can simply DM me on my Instagram ID, or you can simply write a questions in your comment box. It is simply open for you, and you can simply ask a questions if you have. Now we'll pass a font size 80.0, and the color will be simply colors dot black, something like this. So once we have wrote all this, now here in the drop down button there is a string, so I'm going to show the string over here, and the items we have already shown, and it will be in the form of list. So we'll do one thing, we'll write dot to list, something like this, and in the on change I'm going to write a value, so which will be a value, I think so it is correct, a value, and in the value we'll use a set state, so that we can update a value once the user select from a drop down button, and we'll write this dot value is equals to value, something like this. By this we can simply update the case. Once it is done, we can pass a drop down color. Sorry, I think so there is something missing here. Drop down color, and the color will be simply colors dot white, a hint text where we are going to tell select category. You can't write like this, we need to use a text widget like select category, select category. Now the icon size, we can also pass icon size up to 36, and the icon which will be simply a drop down icon, so we'll write icon, and we'll write icons dot drop down, something like this, and we need to simply pass a color which will be colors dot black. I think so we have wrote a complete code for our drop down thing, but the main command that if you miss, the value of this drop down button will be completely zero, because if you don't update a value you can't get a result. So this is one of the most important line for this complete code that we have wrote over here, because if you miss this line you can't see an update of an selected category on the screen. So here it is done. Now let's move to the main.dart and let me show what all thing we have executed. So here it is. Now let's do one thing, what that will be. Let me show you. So here you can see that there is a line. Now to remove this line you need to simply wrap up a drop down button with a widget name drop down button hide underline, and it will simply remove that underline from there. Now here I can also pass a text, and so text widget. So we'll copy this text widget, we'll simply paste it over here, and we'll write a select category, and we can use a size box, sorry, not size of, we'll use a size box of height 30.0, something like this, and 20.0, it's okay. We'll copy this, we'll paste it over here, something like this. Let's keep it up to 10. Now here when I tap to this drop down icon, you can see that it simply shows me a list of all the what a category, a event category, and now I can simply select one event category like music, and it will simply show over here. It will act same for other strings too. So this is a music event, so I'm selecting a music. So here it is done. Now we need to add some detail about an event, like if user are booking a ticket, then what they will see, because that's an important thing. Without that you can't get customers in your event. So we'll simply paste it over here, and we'll write event detail, yeah. Now the event detail will not in one line, because the customer wants to know a really good things about the event they going to participate. So for that I need to increase a max line, and will pass a max line up to 6, something like this. Enter what will be on that event, something like this, yeah. So once the user fill all this thing, I'm telling user and again, then keep on mind I'm talking about admin. So once the admin fill all this thing, we need to simply upload the data to the Firestore database. Now to handle that we need a button, yeah. Without a button we can't do that. So here I will simply create a container, will pass a width up to 200. Now we need to use a text widget, now a child, and will simply paste, sorry I'm writing like this, yeah. Remove this text from the text widget, and will simply write upload, or yeah, you can write upload. And here we need to write a decoration and a box decoration. Now I'm going to pass the color to this container, so which will be this color for the text that we have passed. We'll paste it something over here, something like this. Now let's change the color to white, and let's do bold. I want bold, yeah. Now we need to simply center it by using a center widget. We can use the height up to like 30, 30 will be less, 50. Now we can use a border radius, so we'll write a border radius dot circular, and let's keep up to 10. Now we can center this by using a center widget, and we'll pass a size box height 20.0. Yeah, so here it is done, and we have created a upload event page from where the admin can simply add an event, and that event will be directly shown in the user side of the app. Yeah. So this is it from this video where I have taught you how to simply add a Google authentication for both Android and iOS, and I have also shown you how to upload the data to the Firestore database, and we have made a UI for our upload event page. Now in the next part I am going to teach you how to simply add an complete backend for this upload event page and how to upload the data to the Firestore database for the different categories that I have shown over here. Yeah. So hit that like button and show your support, because by hitting that like button, it gives us more motivation to bring this video, I mean the next part, really soon. So hit that like button, and I'm keeping the like aim on this video of just 500 likes. I know it's very easy for you. So hit that like button and let's bring the fourth part. I think so fourth part for this event booking app soon. So until then, keep coding, keep having fun. I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.